The world's obsession with skinny bodies may actually kill me.
I don't have the experience of growing up as a skinny black girl in the black community.
I feel like the beauty standard within the black community has reached clown levels when it comes to having an ass. Specifically because of the BBL. It's really hard being really skinny and dating as a black girl because you know when you're black, being skinny is not the prize.
And I realized white girls love being like super duper skinny, and black women like a nice thick, but not fat, but being thick. You know?
Flipping away. It is astonishing. It is astonishing the room that like the black community gives you to just like take up space as a woman in your body.
All right, so imagine this. A black woman decides that she's tired of feeling unhealthy. She starts eating better. She starts exercising. She starts sleeping better. She's taking care of herself, right? And finally, she posts her results. You would think the response would be, "Congratulations, you look great. I'm proud of you." Nope. Instead, these type of comments start coming. "You were better before. You're getting too skinny. Girl, you gotta eat." Nobody actually asked her how she feels. Nobody asked her about her blood pressure. Nobody asked what her doctor said. They just looked at her body. And that right there, that's the problem. And I think the black community needs to have a very uncomfortable discussion about this. Because I'm not here to tell you that being skinny is automatically healthy. And not every thick person is unhealthy. And I'm not here to tell black people what their bodies are supposed to look like. I'm asking a different question. What happens when the beauty standard becomes so powerful that people start defending the standard even when people are trying to improve their health? Because once you understand where this standard came from and how social media amplifies it and how it affects black men and how it affects black women, you're going to start to realize that this isn't about being thick. It's something much bigger. It's about how badly we want to be accepted. So let's start here, because I already know somebody is going to watch this video and say, "What's wrong with being thick?" That's not what I'm saying. The problem is when one body type becomes the expectation of an entire race. And that distinction matters because research on black women's body image has found that the thick ideal isn't simply about being bigger. It's very specific. Small waist, big butt, thick thighs, curves in the right places. Basically, be thick, but don't be too thick. We are constantly told, love your body. But it seems sometimes we're actually being told, love your body, as long as it fits the body type that we decided is attractive. And if you don't have that body, then something's wrong with you. One study looking at black women's relationship with the thick ideal found that women who didn't embody that ideal could experience feelings of inferiority or even a sense that they weren't accepted as black enough. Think about how crazy that is. Your body isn't being judged whether or not it's attractive. It's being judged whether or not it looks black enough. And listen, this is not something that people are born with. This is taught. It's reinforced. It's repeated. And then eventually, you don't even realize that you're doing it. Research on black women's bodies has specifically examined how social media, cultural expectations, and the idealized thick black woman body can influence women's decisions and sense of value. And then social media took this whole thing and put it on steroids. Because before Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you could only compare yourself based on the women around you in your area, maybe in your city. Now, you wake up and you can compare yourself to 10,000 women before breakfast. And these aren't just normal women. These are celebrities, models, women with professional lighting, professional photographers, and sometimes professional surgeries. And that's where the Brazilian butt lift comes into play. The BBL didn't become popular because women randomly woke up one day and said, "I want a bigger butt." Researchers examining black women's relationship with BBLs found that the thick ideal can involve pressure to have a voluptuous hourglass shape, and that body dissatisfaction and negative feedback from peers were along the motivators discussed by women considering BBLs. So let's be honest. If women are willing to put their bodies through surgeries that potentially could be lethal, all because they don't feel like their natural body is enough, we shouldn't just laugh at them. We should ask who or what taught them that their bodies naturally aren't enough. Now, this is where I'm probably gonna piss some people off, because I believe in body positivity. I don't think you should hate yourself because you're overweight. I don't think you should hate yourself because you're skinny. I don't think you should spend the rest of your life staring at yourself in the mirror looking for something to criticize. But here's where I think we messed up. Some people took "you shouldn't hate your body" and turned it into "you shouldn't change your body." Those are not the same thing. You can love yourself and still lose weight. You can love yourself and still gain weight. You can love yourself and start exercising. You can love yourself and decide to stop eating that same McDonald's or Burger King burger 5 times a week. Self-love does not mean self-preservation at all costs, nor does that mean you have to remain the same person you were 5, 10, 15 years ago. Because let's say if I gain 80 pounds, my friends are not doing no favors telling me, "King, you're perfect just the way you are." Hey, maybe I would be, but maybe I would also be out of breath walking up a couple flights of stairs. Maybe my blood pressure would be terrible. Maybe I would be eating like garbage. Maybe I wouldn't feel good. At some point, love has to also include honesty. And that's the first conversation I think that the Black community avoids. I can look at somebody and say, "You look good." That's an opinion. That's attraction. That is a personal preference. But health is different. Your body does not care about your Instagram comments. Your blood pressure does not care if your boyfriend likes thick girls. Your heart doesn't care that your friends think you looked better at 220 or 215 or 250 pounds. Your body is going to respond to what you actually do. And I think we need to separate beauty from health, because beauty is subjective. It's in the eye of the beholder, but health isn't completely subjective. Hey, being skinny doesn't mean you're automatically healthy. I've seen skinny people eat terribly. They don't exercise. Skinny people who smoke. I've seen skinny people with terrible cardiovascular health. So I'm not going to replace one stupid standard for another. I'm saying stop using somebody's appearance as a medical diagnosis. And I think this is where the conversation usually falls apart, because we mainly talk about Black women's body and image predominantly, but we rarely have the same energy or talk the same amount about Black men and their body image. Because with men, the expectation can look different and the same. A Black man is supposed to be big, strong, built, able to work and perform, able to handle just about everything, can't really complain. And there's actual research showing how expectations around masculinity can influence a man's health. Researchers studying Black men's health point to social and economic pressures, discrimination, masculinity expectations, and other structural factors as part of the bigger picture of health outcomes. Health isn't happening in some vacuum. Your income matters. Your neighborhood matters. Your healthcare matters. Your stress matters. Your upbringing matters. Your environment matters. The research on Black men's health specifically emphasized that people don't all have equal opportunities to make healthy choices, and that socioeconomic conditions and discrimination can affect health behaviors and outcomes. Now, I don't want to turn this video into another rant, because it's easy to complain. It's easy to say, "Oh, Black people just need to lose more weight." Okay, cool. Then what? What does that mean? I think it starts with changing what we celebrate. Celebrate somebody losing 50 pounds, but don't make them feel like they were worthless before. Celebrate somebody gaining muscle, but don't tell them that they weren't masculine before. Celebrate somebody learning how to cook instead of making fun of them because they're eating healthy. Celebrate somebody going to the doctor instead of them only caring about their appearance. And most importantly, stop making health some type of punishment. Exercise shouldn't be, you ate too much, now go punish yourself. Eating healthy shouldn't be, I hate my body, so I'm going to starve myself. Losing weight shouldn't be, I'm finally going to look attractive to people. The healthy mindset is, I want to take care of the body that I have. That's it. Because at the end of the day, I don't care if you're thick, I don't care if you're skinny, I don't care if you're muscular, I don't care if you have a six-pack. What I and Dylan Analysis care about is if you're taking care of yourself. And if you are, keep going. Even if people don't understand it. Even if your friends or peers liked you better before. Even if somebody says you looked better when you were bigger. Maybe you did, but that's their opinion, not your health report. And if you're somebody who may be overweight, I'm not telling you to hate yourself. I'm actually telling you the opposite. Care enough about yourself and be honest with yourself. Because love yourself shouldn't mean refusing to acknowledge something that needs to be changed. And Black people especially, we need to get better at separating culture, beauty, identity, and health. Because they are not the same thing. You don't have to be skinny to be healthy. You don't have to be thick to be beautiful. And you definitely don't gotta look a certain type of way to be Black. And you definitely don't have to destroy your body to convince everybody else that you're attractive. Your body belongs to you. Cherish it, uplift it, encourage it, and take care of it. That's really the conversation that we should be having about this. Not are you thick enough, not are you skinny enough, not do you look good enough, but simply, are you healthy? Because the answer to that question becomes more important than the shape of your body. This is Dylan Analysis, signing out.